Welcome back to the Hannahcast YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about the AFI Top 10 Films of 2025. Yesterday we got NBR, and tomorrow we are getting the Critics' Choice Awards nominations, and so yeah, we're just kind of sandwiched in the middle of all of this. We are in it in award season. So yeah, if you want to be updated, please make sure you subscribe, and also make sure you become a channel member, because in case you don't know, we have memberships open and it's about $2 a month, and throughout award season we are going to be talking about like all the regional critics awards going on, and we're going to be keeping track of all of that to see where things might be headed, as well as a bunch of other extra videos, and you get a bunch of other perks like badges, emojis, members only Discord server access. And so yeah, be sure you become a member, it means a lot. And so yeah, let's just get on with looking at what got into the AFI Top 10 Films of 2025. They are Avatar, Fire and Ash, Bugonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, J. Kelly, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Train Dreams, and Wicked for Good, with the special award going to It Was Just an Accident, which kind of just locks that thing in for a Best Picture nomination at the Oscars, because that's like pretty correlative, to be honest. What's interesting here, the most surprising one, was Bugonia, because I thought maybe F1 could get in or something like that, but no, Bugonia made it in, and I'm actually really happy about that, because Bugonia is fantastic. Now, in case you're wondering, where's sentimental value, where's No Other Choice? Well, this is for like American productions, if I'm not mistaken. What makes this especially interesting is the films that correlate between NBR and AFI this year. The films that correlated are Avatar, Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, J. Kelly, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Train Dreams, and Wicked for Good. The AFI had Bugonia and Hamnet, and NBR had F1 the Movie, Rental Family, and Wake Up Dead Man. Now, that doesn't guarantee any of these films Best Picture nominations, obviously. I mean, Sing Sing notoriously made it in both last year and failed to get a nomination. And if I'm not mistaken, I think A Real Pain also made it in both, if I'm not mistaken. Now, people are going, whoa, Wicked's doing pretty well. It's like, well, yeah, because Wicked just came out and people have just seen it, so they're still kind of high on it. And that's why I'm also still kind of wondering what's going on with Avatar, because the reactions around Avatar have been coming out, and they're not amazing. They're kind of like, well, we've done this already. It's not as magical as even the second one, which is a bit concerning. And I'm kind of wondering, what are the reviews going to be like? Again, Critics' Choice is going to nominate it because they kind of have like the recency bias thing going on. They did this with Babylon because as we saw, the critics didn't really like Babylon, but because they were like just fresh off of it, and that was kind of coming out right when voting was going on. That's why the film was able to do so well at the Critics' Choice Awards with nominations. And same thing with Wish a couple years ago. Like, the critics obliterated that film, yet it got 2 nominations, including Best Animated Feature Film. Let's just take that with a grain of salt. I think Avatar and Wicked's most interesting paths are going to be what happens at the Golden Globes. If the Golden Globes nominate both Avatar and Wicked, okay, they're still in the conversation. However, I don't know. I'm still a little bit more confident in Avatar than Wicked, mainly because we already know what the reviews for Wicked are. And I'm still standing by my point of name one sequel that's not The Godfather Part 3 that was considered significantly worse than the first film and still got into Best Picture. It just doesn't happen that way. Joker Folie à Deux, that didn't get into Best Picture. Furiosa, that didn't get into Best Picture. Gladiator 2, that did not get into Best Picture. Black Panther Wakanda Forever, that didn't get into Best Picture. And the fact that Wicked for Good has worse reviews than movies like Black Panther Wakanda Forever or Gladiator 2, its Best Picture chances are not great. Again, yeah, it did make it in AFI and NBR, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Gladiator 2 also made it in either both of these or one of these. J. Kelly is another one where I'm really paying attention to that, because I'm starting to see more American critics coming around to this film, and they're really loving it. They're really loving it. I'm like, were we too quick to jump off of J. Kelly? There is a chance of that, sure. And Train Dreams is another one where I'm like, it's doing very well here. It's getting a lot of nominations. It's appearing on a lot of top 10 lists. I'm actually now pretty sure that it might actually get nominated for Critics' Choice Best Picture now. I'm very curious to see if it can get Best Picture at the Golden Globes, like Best Picture Drama. It's either going to be maybe that or Avatar or Secret Agent. It could be one of those. And what film could be on the chopping block? Again, I'm not really sure. Now, I'm going to be passing the question off to you. What are your thoughts on the AFI Top 10 Best Films of 2025? And how do you think this impacts the Oscars? Let me know in the comments below what you think, and be sure you hit that subscribe button, because if you don't, you're going to appear on another list.